everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all doing good. So we are back on your favorite learning platform, Learn Forward, and we are going to study from Feathercap People and Places. We are on chapter number 7, is Land of Ice and Snow. So we have covered till the life of people in the first part of the video. Now we will continue the rest of the part of this chapter in this video. Okay, so let's get started again. Now, what is the occupation of the people here? So we have learned about the other things. We have learned about the climate, vegetation, life of the people. Now we will move to the occupation. Eskimos depend on animals for their tools, clothes, shoes, boats, fuel and food. So Eskimos जो है वो हर तरीके से animals पे ही dependent है. For example, for their tools, clothes, shoes, boats, fuel and food. So these are the main things for which Eskimos are dependent on. So you can see that ये जो चीज़ें हैं Eskimos जिसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है ये सब लाइफ सर्वाइविंग है और सारी चीज़ें जिसके ऊपर वो डिपेंड करते हैं अपनी लाइफ को सर्वाइव करने के लिए they get them from animals. Now therefore fishing and hunting are the main occupations here. Their main hunting weapon is called harpoon. So the two main occupations of the people there are fishing and hunting, and the main hunting weapon is their harpoon. Now harpoon is a spear with a long rope of leather attached to it. So spear, it is a tool which is shaped like this something. It has a sharp tip made of stone and an animal bone. जो ये tip होती है, it is made up of bone or a sharp which or animal bone maybe or of stone. So ये किससे attach होता है? एक long rope पे which can be of leather. A hunter can throw a harpoon across a distance using the rope to pull back the hunted animal. So they can just throw the harpoon and they can just pull the rope so that they can also get the hunted animal back with the harpoon. Now, they hunt polar bears and hare on the land for their meat and fur. So these are the two animals which are hunted for their meat and fur, which is your polar bear and next is your hare. Now, Eskimos hunt sea animals such as seals, walruses, whales, squid and fish called salmon with harpoons. So there is a fish which is named as salmon, and seals, walrus, whales, squid are also hunted. Now they cut a round hole in the ice on the top of the frozen river or the edge of the sea. So you might have seen in the video or in the movie or in the cartoon as well that they cut a piece of hole in the ice and from there they hunt the animals with the help of the harpoons. When a sea or other animals come up on the air, the Eskimos attack it with the harpoons. So जब उस होल के आसपास कोई भी सी एनिमल आता है या कोई भी सील आती है या फिर कोई भी सी एनिमल आता है, they attack with them with the harpoons. Now igloos are made by the skilled people. Sometimes igloo are built close together that they can be joined with the doomed passage. The Inuits can visit each other without having to go out in the bitter cold. So igloos जो हैं वो skilled people ही बनाते हैं. So not a regular person. No, we cannot build a igloo. The people who are living there only can build igloo. So वो क्या करते हैं, कभी कभी इग्लू उसको जो है पास बनाते हैं ताकि जो उनका डोम है वो इजीली कनेक्ट हो सके एंड दे कैन गो टू अनदर डोम इजीली फ्रॉम इनसाइड ओनली सो दैट दे कैन नॉट हैव नॉट गो टू द आउटसाइड इन द बिटर कोल्ड. नाउ Eskimos use sledges for transporting their big hunt. So अपना hunt करने के लिए वो किस पे करते हैं, मतलब क्या use करते हैं transport करने के लिए जो वो hunt करते हैं, they use sledges. Now what are sledges? Sledges are wheelless cart which are drawn either by reindeer or huskies. So these are the sledges which are drawn by the huskies. The sledges are used for carrying goods and children also. So you might have seen in the cartoons that the reindeers or the huskies are taking away the Santas on the sledges. So in this photo you can see how the huskies are moving the sledges. Now Eskimos make small boats of seal skin stretched over a bone frame. They are called kayaks. So this kayak is not made of a skin. It is made of artificial material. But जो Eskimos छोटी छोटी boats बनाते हैं, kayaks look like this only. जो उनका shape होता है kayaks का, it's like this. So इस पे जो है यहाँ पे एक बंदा बैठ के easily boat को move कर सकता है with the help of this paddle. Now they use them for hunting sea animals. A broader boat called Umiak is also used to hunt whales. So जो एस्कीमोज हैं वो कायाक्स यूज करते हैं एनिमल्स को हंट करने के लिए, एंड देयर इज अ बिगर बोट, एक ब्रॉड बोट होती है विच इज ब्रॉडर देन कायाक. इट इज नोन एज उमियाक एंड इट इज ऑल्सो यूज टू हंट द whales. Now what are the recent changes in the Greenland? लोगों की लाइफ में वहाँ पे क्या चेंजेस आए हैं? In 1953, Greenland became a part of the European country of Denmark. So Greenland was included in the European country of Denmark in 1953. The government of Denmark helped Greenlanders to improve their ways of life. So government contributed to uplift the lifestyle of the people there. How? Greenland achieved self-government in 1979. Now Greenland also have their own government from 1979 onwards. Now Greenland has all modern facilities of life. So all the modern facilities are available to the people of the Greenland. Now there are large towns, they have shops, schools, hospitals and clubs. Now Nuuk is the biggest town with a population of over 17,000 people. So there is a place known as Nuuk. It is the biggest town there and it has the population of over 17,000 plus people are living in this town. Now there is a place which is known as Godthab. It is the capital of the Greenland and is the modern center of the trade. So all the trading is done from the capital of the Greenland, which is Godthab. Now air services connect many towns of Greenland with cities of Europe and North America. सो बहुत एयरपोर्ट्स जो हैं या एयर सर्विसेज जो हैं वो ग्रीनलैंड की बहुत सारी सिटीज को यूरोपियन सिटीज और नॉर्थ अमेरिकन सिटीज से कनेक्ट करता है. नाउ बिग शिप्स ब्रिंग goods of all kinds from other lands. So the things or the necessities which are needed by the people, big ships जो है उसे लाने में ट्रांसपोर्ट करने में हेल्प करती हैं. Now life of the Eskimos have changed. Many of them live in wooden but modern houses. So you can see the houses which are made of the wooden, they are also built, they are a modern kind of houses which are built with the help of wood. They have rifles for hunting, motorboats for fishing. They have even exported tin, fish or fur. So अब उन्होंने बाहर से एक्सपोर्ट करना भी चीज़ों को शुरू कर दिया and they are living in a modern houses and they have also changed their weapons to hunt the animals. They have upgraded to rifles and they are using motorboats for fishing. Now they are also learning new trades. Some of them work in large oil companies and in the construction of roads. So अब जो है नए तरह का ट्रेड स्टार्ट हो चुका है. बहुत सारे जो है बड़ी कंपनीज में ऑयल कंपनीज में वर्क करते हैं एंड कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ रोड्स. द पोर्ट ऑफ द Holstenberg has a large shipyard for shipbuilding. So there is a place which is known as the town which is known as the Holstenberg. The shipbuilding is done there. Now Eskimos like to earn their living by other work rather than hunting. So now they want to change their occupations, main occupations which are fishing and hunting, to the another things. Now let's move to the classroom activity. We have completed the chapter. Give one word for the jacket of the Eskimos with the hood. So the jacket with the Eskimos are known as parka. Second, the tiny boat made of seal skin, it is known as kayak. The house of the Eskimos is known as igloo. Fourth, the weapon used by Eskimos for hunting, it is known as harpoon. Fifth, the most important animal of the polar region. So the most important animal is your reindeer. R-E-I-N-D-E-E-R. Don't confuse with the spelling of rain and reindeer. Take the correct answer. First, carts drawn by the dogs or reindeer are called. So the carts which are drawn by the dogs or reindeer, it is known as the sledges. Second, the size of the island of Greenland is in the world is it is the biggest island, so it's the largest one. Third, the huge masses of the ice floating in the seas are called. So the huge masses of ice floating in the sea is called icebergs. Now let's move to the other question, that is your fill in the blanks. First, Greenland lies to the dash of the Canada. So जो Greenland है वो कौन सी साइड में है कनाडा के? It lies in the northeastern side. So north east. The blubber is the dash of seal or whale. So blubber is the fat of a seal or a whale. The capital of the Greenland is, we have learned the capital is Gotha, G-O-D. THAAB. Now, fishing and dash are the main occupations of people in Greenland. So, fishing and hunting. Seal is an animal which lives under the water. Now, question number C, match the following. Muskox. Muskox is the animal with the long shaggy coat. So, answer for first is your third. Arctic tern. Arctic tern flies to the South Pole at the onset of the winters. When the winter starts, Arctic tern flies from the North Pole to the South Pole. So, the answer is fourth. Land of the midnight sun. So, why it is known as the land of midnight sun? Because there is continuous daylight during the summer season. Now, sledge. What is a sledge? It is a wheelless cart. Glacier. Glacier is a river of ice. Now, what are lichens? Lichens are known as the flowerless plants. What is Arctic hare? Arctic hare changes its fur color, which is brown in summer and white in winters. Let's do the D exercise. Answer the following questions. First, what is the difference between the polar and the tundra region? So, let's get back to the first page to know this answer. So, let's see once again. Arctic region is again divided into the tundra region and polar region. So, in polar region, the ice never melts, and in the tundra region, it is covered with the ice in winter, but there is no snow or ice in the short summer. So, this is the difference between the Arctic region and tundra region. This is your answer number 1. कि जो आर्कटिक रीजन है उसमें जो आइस है वो कभी भी मेल्ट नहीं होती है, और टुंड्रा रीजन में क्या होता है, जो विंटर्स में आइस कवर करती है पूरा, एंड उसके बाद समर के टाइम पे जो बहुत शॉर्ट समर होता है उसके टाइम में वहां पे कोई आइस नहीं होती है. सो लेट्स गेट बैक टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. What is an iceberg? How is it formed? So the huge land masses of ice is known as iceberg. और वो form कैसे होते हैं? We have to go to page number 2 to know this answer. So there is your answer for iceberg. The huge pieces of ice floating in the sea and looking like hills are called icebergs. So this is your definition for iceberg. Now, how it is formed? अब second question is कि वो बनते कैसे हैं? So, the answer is here. The weight of the ice cap is so great that the large mass of the ice begins to move slowly down the mountain slopes. These slow-moving ice masses are called rivers of ice or glaciers. When the rivers, or you can even write, when the rivers or glaciers reach near the sea, huge pieces of ice break with the roar and fall into the sea. So these huge pieces are known as the iceberg. So you can even write it from the here that when the glaciers reach near the sea, huge pieces of the ice break with a roar and fall into the sea, and then these huge pieces of the ice are known as the iceberg. So this is your answer number 2. First part is this, second part is here. Let's get back to the question number 3. How are the animals are protected from the cold? So animals of the Greenland are protected from the cold because they have the heavy fur and the layer of the thick fat under their skin. So that is why they are protected from and this is how they are protected from the cold. Now question number 4, how do the Eskimos protect themselves from the cold? So Eskimos protect themselves from the cold by wearing the long jackets, which is made up from the made up from the animal fur or the skin. It also have a hood, and the jackets with the hood are known as the parkas. And sometimes to get the heat, they light up their igloos with the help of the oil, which is made up of the blubber, which is the fat of the seals and the whales. So this is how animals protect themselves from the cold. Now, how are animals useful to the Eskimos? So we have learned on the first page. Yes, so we have learned on this page that Eskimos depend on animals for their clothes, shoes, boats, tools, fuel and food. So that is why This is how the Eskimos are dependent on the animals for everything. Now, describe the climate of the Greenland. So, the climate of the Greenland is severely cold. There are two seasons there, that is your winter season and summer season, and it never rains there. The weather during the winters is very cold and there is no daylight. And in the summertime, there is no darkness and the sun directly shines for 2 or 3 months. So, this is the climate of the Greenland. Now, which animals and birds are found in Greenland? So, the animals which are found in Greenland are reindeer, muskox, polar bear, dog, beaver, fox, hare and wolf. So, these are some common animals which are found there. And next is your birds. The birds which are found there are Arctic tern, ducks, geese and warder. Now, question number 8, write 4 changes that have taken place recently in the life of Eskimos. So, let's get back to the last topic which we have learned. So, what are the recent changes which people have experienced in this place? First is that many of them is living in the wooden but modern houses. So, this is your first point. We have to list 4 changes. Now, second is they have rifles for hunting and motorboats for fishing. This is the second change. They even export tinned fish and fur. So, अब जो है वो बाहर export भी कर रहे हैं fish को और fur को. So, this is their third change, that they have started exporting the things to the other places. And fourth, they are also learning trades. Some of them work in large companies and in the construction of the roads. So, this is your fourth change. So, these are the 4 changes which have been people are experiencing in the lives of which the Eskimos are experiencing in their lives. Now, question number 9, why do you think the life of the people in the frigid zone is difficult? So, this is the very reasonable answer which you have studied in the whole chapter, that the life is very difficult as the climate is severely cold and the areas have the frigid and the cold zone. The areas lies in the frigid and the cold zone. So, there are very less chances of the survival at this place, but now the government has provided a lot of facilities and they also have their own government. So, government is developing this place at a full pace and the life of the people is still difficult because this place does not have the survival conditions with comparison to the other places in the world. So, that is why the life of the people is little difficult in the frigid zone. So, we have completed the chapter. I hope everything is clear till now. Now, we will do the next chapter. Thank you so much. Happy learning.